Yes, good morning once again. Welcome to Property Matta, and we apologize if we're a little bit behind time now because of one or two things where we jam. And the good luck where we jam for road. Our people we talk say but straight to the matter. Last week we dealt with the types of tenants and landlord name be the theme of discussion, but we have been able to clarify the types of tenants, uncooperative tenants, utility bill avoiders, property trashers, and rent defaulters. So this week we are going to a brand new one, that is types of landlord. Good morning, Engineer Debo.
Good morning, Chief.
Good
How
morning,
are you?
Slimmy.
Good morning. Slimmy T, how you doing? Very well. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay then, great. Good morning, viewers. Yeah, so today we'll be talking about the landlords. It was the tenants season last week. So the types of landlords, and we're talking about the ones to really look at and try to avoid really. But well, we'll also probably mention one or two good ones, okay? So
one or two good ones. That means there are few. The good ones are few.
no, as in types.
No.
They are not few. There are a lot of good landlords out there. Okay, they are not few.
Very good.
So one type of landlord, I don't know if you've experienced this, Limity or Chief Olododo, the busybody landlord.
Actually.
Busybody landlord. They are always about your business, poking nose into your affairs. You know, they want to be your father, your mother, your counselor, your teacher, your security guard. They want to be everything. I mean, they come in the disguise of, you know, wanting to be family. That people that live with us, we live as families, and things like that. But while some just stop at that and they give you your space and all of that, they respect your space. But others there are those who come in that disguise, but they are just busybodies.
I think they are the ones that used to set curfew. There was one apartment I was supposed to get before I got this one.
Okay, I'm sure they are not hearing you. Are they hearing you?
I'm not owing them. Okay, my voice. Yeah, I said there was one I was supposed to get, like the apartment I was supposed to get before I got this one. I was so lucky for her to have. No, she didn't even voice out. When my agent and I were busy discussing, we were talking about the money. I loved the apartment. Like, immediately I saw it was white, everything. And it was a white person that was actually occupying the flat I was supposed to take. Okay. So there was this babe somewhere. She was actually in front of the house. So she was just staring.
Okay.
But I didn't read what she was saying because that was the first time I was meeting her. So she was, she was gesticulating. She was doing a lot of stuff. But I was so engrossed in what the woman was saying. Yeah. Because she was acting like a mother. She came with, don't worry. At times I cook for people to eat. At times where's your mom? I said, my mom is in Lagos. And she was like, don't worry, I'll be your mom. Yeah, I'll take care of you. Yeah. I'm elderly. She just said a whole lot of things. But so I was so eager to pay. So I just told the agent that she follow me to the office and I'll do transfer because my phone was. So the girl, because she loves me so much, I don't know why the love. The napep I entered, she had to go and wait for us in front. Mm-hmm. So immediately she saw me because I was at the edge. She now beckoned like, can you come down? So I came down. And I was like, okay, this is my agent. She said, no, she wants the agent to go. I said, why? What is happening? I saw you staring. So she was like, she would advise me not to go to collect this house. So I said, why? She said what she's going through at the moment, that the woman frustrates the hell out of them, that once it's 10, she cannot enter the house. Nobody comes to visit. Her parent came all the way from Ibadan, and the woman was like, she's sorry, the parent cannot stay because she didn't tell them that she was expecting visitors. So she's just waiting for the money. That she actually told the woman she wanted to pack her, but she refused. So she's just waiting for the year to end so that she can just leave. So I'm sure that woman I just talked about.
Maybe a busybody.
Obviously, she is a busybody.
Well, I think she could be a busybody type, but she's also probably the controller type. There is the controller type. They want to control your life. You know, the busybody just poke nose into your affairs, discuss, backbite, things like that, you know. But the controller wants to take hold of you. And you can imagine, so look at that kind of welcome when you were going to rent the house. People fall for that. But I tell people it's a red flag. I mean, you're renting a house. It's supposed to be, at best, it's a business transaction, ordinarily. I mean, you see, once the tenant-landlord relationship start passing the arm's length, you know, start passing the elbow, be careful. Yeah, there is the human relation aspect of it and all, to live cordially and all, particularly when your landlord is living in the compound or tenants between tenants. But you see, it's still better to be fair and to be firm. Like it's a business relationship, you know. Yes, there are obligations to me. I have obligations to you. We can be jovial and all of that, but be mindful. When people start wanting to cook for you, you know, be your mother or your father, and it usually happens. You see, a lot of the busybodies and the controller types of landlord, I'm sorry to say, okay, I'm sorry to say, but this is what we experience and observe in the industry, comes from landladies.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah, so overprotective.
A higher percentage of it are landladies. They are the ones that are like protective, you know, but in doing it, they over, and they do it to the bachelors particularly, and the spinsters. In fact, whenever they do it to married couples, it sometimes ends in a very bad way, because the woman of the house will also bring her own, so it will be like the landlady versus the woman of the house, and then it's usually very messy, you know, except people that are mature that can handle it. So you want to watch out for that type of landlord that is a busybody landlord, poking nose into your affairs beyond the fact that you are living there. They always have some funny rules. You can imagine your parents, your biological parents, traveled all the way. Even if they didn't travel, they came to see you.
And
the landlord is saying that they cannot because she was not told. I mean,
and she gets to know everyone that comes in and out of the
You can imagine that. An agent experience that a lot with landladies when they say they want to sell property. When a woman, especially fairly old woman, says, help me sell my property, most of the time it's always a problem. Because they are so always emotionally attached. So always emotionally attached. They'll be telling you the cost of the sitting room, why they did it in a particular way, why the kitchen is in a particular, as if that is the care or concern of the person buying. Person buying just is looking at what's the market value, and that's what he doesn't want to know what you did. That is for your own convenience or whatever. You know, so please watch out for the busybody landlord and the controller landlord. Although you gentle small, this one hits you where abi you don't pass through, abi you dey inside one way you don't fit talk. Because you just gentle.
I am just
you just quiet somehow.
I'm trying to key into what you're saying, because when you dey talk, a lot of examples they fly for my head.
Pictures they come up, yes. Memories they play out.
Yes, and it is very funny. While we see that now women, now them fall more into that category, because the men are always like someone making for a receipt. You know, once you pay, you collect receipt.
The men keep it at the business level more. It's the women that usually want to take it beyond that. And in taking it beyond that, we are not saying it's absolutely wrong. It's right in a way. Once you can still at least respect this person's space, you must realize that for your tenants, they've come to have peaceful enjoyment and habitation of that apartment. Not you becoming an intruder or poke-nosing into their business. You know, taking it beyond that. If I should make choice, I should be able to decide if I want to be your friend in the sense that you want friendship. The fact that I'm your tenant does not mean we are enemies. Yes, we are not enemies in any way. We shouldn't be. And we don't have to be friends in the sense of being friends, you know.
That's raising money.
Exactly. Because there are also some tenants who almost, well, we've talked about tenants. There are tenants who stretch, they go all out, thinking that it should be family and all of that also. I mean, and sometimes the landlord just wants to keep it simple, you know. No, don't start to involve.
But really, do they have right to set coffee? Because most times I get to hear of all of that they will tell you that, okay, my landlord says once it's 10, you can't come in, you can't allow people to come in. I feel once I pay, you know, you don't have any right to tell me, okay, Steve, this is when you enter your house that I've paid for, and this is the time you have the right to go out. Like,
okay, so you see the thing with that is that if it's been pre-arranged and you signed up for it, you should know what you are signing up for. Okay. So you
But
really
most times,
cannot
you don't
in
write
the
all
middle.
of that.
Well, if they didn't write it, then you can sort it out. I mean, then they don't have any right to enforce something that you were not told beforehand on you. Because we must also realize that because of our environment, security-wise and all, there should be some check and balances, some control as to, entry or exit in a house. Otherwise, I mean, you could get your fingers burnt. I think we have Olatunde.
Good morning, Tunde.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, we talk about types.
Are you a landlord and which type are you?
Sir?
Or you are experiencing one or you've experienced one?
Yes, sir. I'm a tenant from Lagos, from Surulere.
Okay, Surulere. So which kind of landlord be your landlord?
Just say...
my landlord, the man they weak small.
Okay.
So where we get problem is NEPA matter. NEPA. So
very common.
We will be not tenants. English tell us we go they have tenants. If we have tenants, okay, bring money for NEPA. So later, while go come, tenant go they face themselves. We come and say, as the landlord, if our money don't due for house rent, they ask us. They forget.
They forget that one. Weak for that one.
They're not gonna make you forget that one. In there, if you don't reach a month, like you go the text message.
Yeah.
And we live together.
Olatunde.
Yes, sir.
Share your landlord self they follow pay NEPA bill.
I they pay before that time we will come, they pay, but now we should say we will be worried boy yo.
Because I know say some
landlord
they pay, then they
most
live
of
on the
those
tenant.
landlords, they don't pay.
Can you
They don't
imagine?
pay anything.
Thank you very much, Olatunde.
Thank you, Olatunde. Now, Olatunde
lucky.
mentioned another type of landlord that I wanted to talk about also. The carefree. The carefree, or you can say careless. They can careless. They careless.
But not on their rent.
Well, yeah, of course, not on their rent most of the time. There are those that actually don't really care so much
about
their rent. I'm telling you.
I told you
I'm
last
telling
week.
you that I feel like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be
landlord
owing
is
them,
like
or
that.
the rent will be due 1 month, 2 months. I mean, once you just tell them, even if you don't tell them anything, if it is 1 month, you won't hear anything from them.
You won't call.
2 months, you won't hear anything. But maybe when it's getting to 3 months, they will just
I think those
what's happening.
are the kind of landlords that are not really depending on that house.
Of course, they have more than
They
that
have other
house to
things,
be
yeah.
able to live, and they just consider that the economy is hard, people are going
Those
through
ones
stuff.
you should say considerate landlords.
Well, no, you see, what I mean by carefree is even the one that cares less about what happens, how the tenants are. You can't bring any issue to him. He won't get into it. He won't be involved in it. That you say one tenant is doing this, or somebody is doing that, or NEPA said we should do this, or transformer is this, or the streets people, they say we should come for a meeting. Your landlord that doesn't go for a meeting, he's careless, he doesn't really send. If you guys don't go for meetings, don't go. I mean, as far as it's concerned, it's not the days, the periods that Lagos used to have a particular period and everybody must come out for sanitation. You see those carefree landlord homes. Okay, we have Esther.
Good morning, Esther.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Esther, how are you?
I'm fine.
Are you a landlord or a tenant?
I be tenant, so.
So how your landlord
be? You'll be a landlord someday.
My landlord no dey give me problem. My auntie landlord for Surulere.
Oh, your auntie na be the landlord?
No. Auntie's landlord.
Okay, she's staying with the auntie.
No, she's not staying with her auntie. She's just talking about her auntie's experience. Okay. Yes, yes, sir. Is that not so?
My auntie property, the house rent expired. So the landlord come lock her house and she dey pay yearly. So once they lock her house, she no fit enter the house take anything. I want to know whether the landlord get right to lock the house when she dey pay yearly.
How many days be that so?
You mean by the house? They say 3 months.
They don't lock the house for 3 months. What thing your auntie can't do about them?
She just called me, they tell me, so that I can't tune in now, see this program, so make I ask you now.
Well, I'm not sure the agreement between them or what they did. Maybe they've given her notice and all of that, or gotten an injunction to do that. But I doubt. So I'm not really sure. We don't have our own, the full story. But I doubt if they would have rights to do such. The law does not allow that. So I would encourage that she speaks to a lawyer, okay, and probably try to resolve the matter between herself and her landlord.
Okay.
The law does not allow that. I mean, they can't take laws into their hands if that is what they've done.
Yes, which kind of landlord be your own landlord? She na the busybody landlord, na the controller type of landlord, or the carefree kind of landlord. Now there will stop. Some people that they call in to chook mouth on the kind of landlord we didn't get, or even which kind of tenant yourself be. You can fit judge yourself if you are sincere enough with yourself. So please feel free, call in and tell us. Sir, you stopped at the carefree.
Yes, the carefree. And then one of our callers mentioned what will lead me to the next type of landlord. When you asked whether the landlord pays
utility bill,
and he said he doesn't used to, but they had to show him that they are worry boys or something like that. Now, some landlords are the exploitative landlords. They are the exploiters, okay? They use you. They believe that because they are now landlords, they are not responsible for every of their other expenses in life. The tenant,
even up to toothpaste.
The tenant must take care of it. We
Job,
have Job from Adamawa.
Good morning, Job.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you guys. Good
How are you
morning.
doing, sir?
Fine.
Okay.
Hi. Just this one I thought this morning. You like them and me myself when they do this kind program for.
Where you for? You be tenant or landlord?
I be landlord for my own house, but the shop where I dey na person get them.
Okay.
I be tenant for that place.
Okay.
So the guy will get that place. No be their house, na their house, but not in Jordan, na in Papa house. So but the guy is taking the trouble people so much. He go to collect shop rent to carry another person with container, come put in front of your shop. Now the guy in problem. Hello?
We they hear you.
When you go to collect shop rent to carry person with container again, come put for your shop frontage. If you thought you go tell you say make you pack out, now in Papa house. Now the guy problem why they even this morning myself, na fight with the fight with them. You carry person, 2 people come with container, come put them from my shop. Come on, last week when you come collect money for next year.
Wow.
Next year rent now last week when you come collect, when this year never finish.
Wow. Wow.
So now the time you landlord,
I can imagine. What I would advise that people look out for, especially when renting commercial premises, please ensure that your space is clearly defined. Okay. Your space and what you enjoy, okay, is clearly defined. Okay. That's when it's not clearly defined. That's when they abuse it in those ways, bringing other people or erecting other structures after you've stayed there for a while. But once your space is clearly defined, I mean, you can sort it out amicably, you know. And that leads me, thank you very much, Job. That leads me to the last landlord we'll be talking about
because
today.
You never explained this exploitative landlord where we're.
Okay. So let's
still not too much if we push till next week for the.
No, I don't think we need to. Okay. I don't think we need to. So the exploitative, like I said, is they are going to make you do everything for them. Avoid
living, working for them.
Exactly. Avoid utility bills. Connect some of them, the pumping machine for the place, they will connect it to another tenant meter. Wow. You know, another tenant's meter, not even sharing it, they will connect to another person's meter. Things like that. Tap person generator, you know, stuff like that. I mean, they just want to use you to live their lives because they are now your landlord. The last one is, like Job said, landlord in waiting. He's not the landlord. Is related to the landlord, son or whatever, and you'll be commanding.
You're all in charge.
I mean, and doing stuff in the house. So those are the types of landlords.
I believe landlords.
Exactly, you know.
Okay, thank you very much, our viewers. When I believe in us, when they always stay tuned. Thank you. Now, here we go draw the curtain for this week's episode on Top Property Matter. Most definitely the same time next week or 8:15 thereabouts. You go to join us. Yes. And we're going to talk about Property Matter. Thank you, Engineer Debo.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. See you next week. Yeah.